Alright, it's Thursday, March the 7th, a little bit before 8 o'clock a.m. So I spent this week, so I got home Saturday, and then Sunday, that's when I took it and bought that radiator check test to see where I could, or the coolant check to see where if I could find where my truck was leaking antifreeze. And I did pick up the hose on Monday, installed it on Tuesday, and I kind of wasted the week away, honestly, by doing that. But it wasn't nothing to grab off the load board or anything like that. And I want to go pick up two cars I know today. One's at Team Dodge, which used to be Addie Harbor Dodge. They're not going far. And one is in Bob Mills, Mitsubishi. And I got another one booked in Darlington at the Patriot Chevrolet. And all they're doing is going up toward Monroe and Fort Mill, which, if you're not familiar with this area, it's only like a 3-hour drive. Well, when I get to Myrtle Beach, it'll be about a 3.5 hour to 3 hour and 45-minute drive. About a 3-hour drive from here. My thing is I don't really have nothing going thing coming back, so I kind of scrapped this week with the coolant hose and my paranoia of the turbo grind a little bit. I've cranked it up a few times. It's not made a noise. Yesterday I took it off and you could hear it spool down just a little bit, not much, and people will say that's normal. But I'm telling you, I drive this truck more than what most people drive their trucks, and when it doesn't do these noises, or when it comes up with these noises, I know it's not right. But whatever. But we're going to go over and pick these two up, and I don't think I'm going to go to Darlington today. When I booked it, I put in to pick it up on Friday and deliver it Friday. If I come home today, which I could no problem go deliver them today. I mean, it's not far, but what I'm thinking is if I just wait another day, there may be something better popping up to come back this way or something. You got the week. The problem is you got the weekend right here, and then you don't have much options of drop-offs and stuff like that, and then to pick up. So you kind of, when you start like I did this one, you'll kind of scrap the week and hope for a good week next week. And that's exactly what I'm hoping for. And it looks like there's a big storm coming in too. It rained here all day yesterday, downpoured all day until about 3:30, 4 o'clock yesterday. And then the sun came out and it became a nice day. But what I'm hoping is I can get these here two picked up today, and probably end up dropping them off tomorrow, like I have it booked, and pick up a couple in North Carolina, probably around Statesville, and bring them back, drop them off, and then head out Monday, Tuesday. Because the car show, the Run to Sun's next weekend, and I want to go to that for sure. But anyway, I'm going to see you. I think I'll go to Team Dodge first, because I know Bob Mills ain't going to give me my car until 9 o'clock if they have it. And Team Dodge might give it to me a little bit earlier, so I'm going to probably go there first. I'll see you there. Alright, I've been here at Addie, Team Dodge here for about 25 minutes. We got this Cruise. It's got a flat tire. I was asking for some help out of the mechanic shop, but they'd help me pump the tire up, and I got wild goose chases. And then the one that was the diesel mechanic, he said, I'm just a diesel mechanic here. He said, you're going to have somebody else to help. Whatever, I decided to just load it flat. I'm not going to sit here all day at a Dodge dealership. Alright, now we're going to go across the road to Bob Mills, Mitsubishi, and load up something there. I think it's a Range Rover, Land Rover or something. All these cars today and tomorrow will be backlot cars. Well, on this order to going up to be backlot. So, still don't know if I'm going up today or tomorrow. I'll probably just go up tomorrow. We'll see. See you at Bob Mills. Okay, I just loaded this Range Rover up in Myrtle Beach here at the Bob Mills Mitsubishi. Well, Open Lane has some nice cars. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Everybody hide. So what I think I'm going to do is go home and then leave out early in the morning and go to Darlington to pick up the one. There's not much that's popped up. I'm going to try just to make a little bit this week. If I can make half of what I normally make a week after being off the week or whatever, fixing the truck, I'd be good. I'll call that a win. And then I can leave out Monday, Tuesday, next week, probably Tuesday. But I'll have a better option of finding something tomorrow. So what it is, let me see. It's 9:30 now. It's going to take me an hour and a half minimum to get to Darlington. So you're looking at 11:30. Then it's another hour and a half to Monroe. So then you're looking at about 1 o'clock. And then probably about a 45-minute drive from Monroe, if you're lucky, up there in Charlotte to get to Rock Hill to drop the Range Rover off. And then, so you're looking at like 3 o'clock today. And then by the time I go load up something, my day will be gone. I usually like to have stuff loaded up unless it's at auction. If I'm at a dealer, I usually like to have stuff loaded up by 1 o'clock. That way I'm not bothering them bothering me or whatever. And I know that I got time to get to where I'm going. So I think that's going to be best to leave out in the morning, be at Patriot Chevrolet probably by 8:30 tomorrow morning. They probably ain't going to open until 9. But it's all about time, the way you do your time, and I'm in no hurry to do anything today or tomorrow. I can just take my time. So we'll see you tomorrow morning probably. Alright, it's a little bit afternoon now. I've been home most of the day after I went and got this load. But when I got home, I took the pressure off this strap here because this tire's flat. And I didn't want to drive up the road with it flat and with that strap wrapped around it. So I brought my little bow air compressor. So a while back, I ain't never done anything showed this, but usually when I run 90 pounds of pressure in my tires, 90 pounds, and my tires in the trailer will go up to 110. Now in the truck I'll run 110, but the tires on the trailer I run 90, because when I go up over 100, them things bounce and throw me everywhere. And but I bought this Bauer from Harbor Freight, little compressor. It runs on batteries in the back. You gotta have 2 batteries. And hand getting in the way. It goes up to 135 psi. And so every time I get ready to go on a trip now, I'll come out here with this, since it's mobile, and fill my tires up on my trailer to make sure they're up at 90 pounds. Sometimes they'll leak down like 85 or something, but I always run them at 90. So this doesn't run on electricity or anything. It's just purely battery. It's quiet. It'll go up to like 135, and I think it cuts back on when it gets down to 115. It'll cut back on. It's 1.6 gallons, so it was selling at Harbor Freight for like $129 plus tax. And then not long ago it had it on clearance, or I'm sorry, it was selling at 150. Then it went on to sell at 129 on clearance. And then they had a 40% off sale a couple of weeks back, and I went and bought it and got it out the door for like $72. And we're already up to 80 pounds, and like I said, it'll cut off at 135. And when I do my trailers, let's say where I run it to 90, if they leak down to like 80 pounds, 75 pounds, this thing will have to fill up twice to get it to 90. That's running up to 135, then down to 115, then we stop, and then it goes up to 135 again, and then I can get them full. So you're at 125 right now. Let me get the cap off this car. It's flat. It has a little bit of iron in it. I had to use a board to get it on the trailer. And I don't like tearing people's stuff up. And I don't want to haul their stuff and then it looked like it tore it up or something. So I'm going to put iron in the tire. I ain't got a gauge with me right now to see how much iron it is. So I'm going to just get it off the ground. A little bit. And I don't have a strap on it right now with the pressure. It's just wrapped around. So when I get it up to where I want it, I'll put I'll let that fill back up to so it went down to, it cuts back on at 135, and then that went down to about 60 pounds. So we're up to 90 now. And I'll let it build back up to that 135, and then I'll just get, right now it looks okay right there to run. Let's see. So I'm gonna put a little bit more in it, and then I'll strap it up. This saves me so much time. I did have a Craftsman tire inflator, and if I had a tire sitting at 60 pounds, it would take a good 30 minutes to get it to 90 pounds. Alright, should get ready to cut off right here. Right there at 135. Then I'm going to just put a little bit more in it. I like the size of this compressor because I could put it in the truck easily in the back seat or something. Or in the floorboard. We're going to leave it at that right there. Then you got a gauge down here, or a peacock that let it out. And I'll just let it leak out. Alright, I'm going to strap this down while this leaks out. And we'll see you in the morning. I'll probably just meet you at Patriot Chevrolet in Darlington. Alright, it's Friday morning. I just got here, Patriot Chevrolet about an hour ago, but I had to wait a little while for them to get here and get this inside. Ran a strap across the pull on the back to hold the back end down. We're gonna start hitting the road. There's the dealership. It's just an hour and a half up to Monroe, and then probably about 40 more minutes to Rock Hill and deliver. There wasn't nothing that popped up yesterday. I did call about 2 cars going from Fort Mill to Darlington, but he wouldn't give them to me. Alright, we're going to hit the road, and I'll see you up in Monroe, which should be about an hour and a half, hour and 40 minutes to get there. Alright, I made it to Monroe to DJ's Auto Broker. This guy's name's Donald. And I dropped this Insight and Cruise off. There's the Pilots right there on 74 here in Monroe. And you got Honda. He told me to unload them right here in this road, and that's what I did. I've had the traffic blocked for a little bit. I'm going to strap this Land Rover off and get it to Rock Hill. And I'll see you down there once I get going. Get out of my road right here. So see you in Rock Hill. Alright, I just got to Rock Hill and I done unloaded right here, drive now. This looks like a big buy here, pay here. Not the best looking cars here. I used to live in Rock Hill for about 2 years at one time. I'm gonna go load my ramps up right here and then start heading home. I might look at the load board, see if there's somewhere around Charlotte, South Charlotte, or Darlington going back. I doubt there's going to be. And then head home that way. So we'll see you somewhere here in a little bit, more likely at home. Alright, I'm going to throw this into the bonus coverage here, just because I'm not a mechanic. I'm just a DIY guy that just tries to stay on the road. So I bought this heater hose, which it was leaking out of. If you look at my Harbor Freight radiator pressure kit, I determined it was the radiator hose. This part number is KH550. This was $148 from Ford in Conway. O'Reilly sells it for $95, but I needed it today. O'Reilly's was going to take about 4 or 5 days for you to get it. So it has these connectors, like these. and I'm holding my phone with one hand, so bear with me. So you can't press the middle there. You got to press the outside of it in and then pull. And I watched the video. I was trying to push the middle at first, and I bought some hose. See if I can find them. I had them in here a second ago. I bought some hose pliers. Pittsburgh sells 3 of these for like 12 bucks. These are to pull hoses. And I had an idea if I could put those clips in and press down on them plastic terminal fittings or whatever. There's another one right there. That I could press it. But it wouldn't work. Because you don't press on the fitting. You don't press right here. You got to press on the edge. And so I watched the video, and a guy was doing zip ties. He was wrapping a zip tie around it. I got it to do that on the one at the firewall. Let's see, right there. And it actually came out really good. So I bought me a radiator hose, antifreeze plier there, hose plier, and pinched it off. And I pinched off the top too, but it didn't drip out much. But because it's been leaking anyway. And I knew that. But what I did is I zip tied that one and then pulled real hard, and it came right off. It did leave the white fitting behind, the plastic fitting behind, and I just took some needle nose pliers and twisted it and broke it. Up here on the top, it goes, let me see here, somewhere right in here. I can't bend over. Let me see, get up here. It's got a T-fitting. Okay, so it goes right here. All right. This one was a little bit more pain in the butt. But my neighbor Tim walked over, and he held a screwdriver coming in this direction, and I pressed it real hard right here and yanked it real hard, and it came off. But it did leave that white fitting behind. You cannot get a zip tie right there. Okay. And then I had this hose right here. It goes to it, but it's broke the nipple off in it, which I think it was done before because it's got some orange antifreeze dried up around it. There is a clip above that valve cover. Let me see. Let me see if I figure out how I can get it back here. Okay, if you see that screw hanging down in the foam, you just push up on that